keep saying Amber Lynch, the Van of Cleves. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I've got sharing with you something that I've just picked up from Next Beauty. What I picked up was something that's new in. They've got a couple of different options. It's this Too Faced set and it's got quite a few things in it. There are, as I said, there's two different ones. There's one that's got, I can't remember what the other one was, but I will put a picture somewhere to show you what the other one was and what was in it. But I chose this one. The bag's the same, just a few of the things are different. So it was £53. I'm going to show you what you get for your £53 and then I'll attempt to do a makeup look and chat along the way as I'm doing it. One thing, there may be other things that are in both of the options on the Next website. They both had the palette in, Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. And it's a complexion inspired eyeshadow palette, so it's taken its influence from the Born This Way foundation shades. So there are 16 highly pigmented modern nudes ranging from flattering mattes to sultry metallic shimmer and sparkle shades. So I'm looking forward to cracking this open and showing you what's inside, but I'll show you the rest of the bag first. And I think that this is £36 on its own, so I don't know how much it will all add up to, whether it equates to the £53 that it cost. And I could afford the £53 in case anybody was wondering, because it's on the Next, in my Next account, so I'll pay for it a bit at a time. What I could do with this, because my top lip is rapidly disappearing. Instantly sexy lips. So it's one of these lip injection. Not a real injection, obviously, it's one of them where it sort of makes your lips look as if they've been plumped up a bit. So I'll be giving this a try. I'm not sure if it's full size or not. Oh, 2.8 grams. Then I've got, and again it's only a small one, 3.9 grams. Voluptuous Volume Better Than Sex Mascara. We'll see how that, as well as having a non-existent top lip, I've also got non-existent eyelashes, so the challenge is on. Next up is Hangover Pillow Cream Ultra Nourishing Night Cream. Again, it's a small one. It is 5 ml. There's the back of it. And the last thing, and this is the thing that made me choose this particular palette, because I've been wanting sort of a pinkish cream blush. So I went for this, and it is Peach Bloom Colour Blossoming Lip and Cheek Tint, infused with Manuka honey and marshmallow extract. So there we go, that's what you get, and the bag of course. So here's the palette out of its box. Let's open it up and see what we get. So here we are. these are the colours. There's a little leaflet with it, and it shows you how to do different looks. Tells you what to apply and where. And there's some on the back as well. So we've got Swan, Glistening Snow, Shimmering Pearl, Seashell, Nude, Sparkling Sand, Rose Gold, Petal, Warm Rose, Sparkling Rum, Golden Light, that's this shimmery one here, Maple, Cocoa, Sugared Chestnut, Sparkling Sable and Truffle. Got quite a mix there of neutrals from your sort of paler ones here that can be used as sort of like highlighting colours, and then all the way up to your darker ones. You've got this one here that's sort of got, it looks a bit more yellow on camera than it does in real life. But you've got these that's more on the sort of yellowy, orangey spectrum here. And this one here that's got bits of sort of pink shimmer in it, all the way up to the darker ones here. So it's a nice mix of colours and the mattes and shimmers, and I like how they've got a matte and a shimmer for each sort of, the similar colours, aren't they, the way that they're grouped together. There's no brush, but I do have a set of brushes here with me, and you get a mirror. So I'm going to start putting some stuff on. I've already prepared my face. I'll just show you what I've got on my face. I started off with this. That's my moisturiser. And then some of this NYX Marshmallow Primer. Then some of this e.l.f. Camouflage, e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer, and e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation in shade Vanilla. So what to go for? I'm going to start with Warm Rose. I've been doing quite a bit of thinking about stuff, trying to just sort of gather my thoughts recently, and it's taken me right back to thinking about things that I used to really enjoy when I was younger. And I remember at one time, I'm no expert or anything, but history was sort of one of my favourite subjects at school. And when we learned about the Tudors, Henry VIII, etc., I got a little bit fascinated. I thought of this rather unusual man that managed to get through so many wives. So that's that then. Yeah, I did history as my main subject at uni as well, but it's not, I don't know a lot about history. I know little bits of history, if that makes sense. You know, I did things like, I liked the Industrial Revolution and Age of Discovery, you know, where they all went on their voyages to the New World. So that one I just went in with cocoa there. And I just as a matter of interest, I looked up what happened in history way back whenever on this day, which today is the 22nd of September as I'm filming this. And it's the day that Anne of Cleves was born. So she's sort of like enveloped in sort of like mystery. She's called one of his wives. She was his fourth wife. Yeah, because it was Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, and then Anne of Cleves. But again, in history books, it does tell you that the marriage was actually annulled. So sort of it didn't count. I'm going to use truffle now to do under the lashes. And Henry did try to get out of it. He'd just lost Jane Seymour. He wanted another son. And at the time when he was looking for a wife, he felt that he needed some political support in Europe, so he turned to the Cleves family, and it got arranged that he would marry Anne of Cleves. And he did see the famous portrait that people say, you know, history has got it down as the portrait made her look more attractive than what she was in real life, but there's more to it than that, as I've found out. A lot more to it. By the time it came round for the wedding, the marriage to go ahead, Henry's political position in Europe had changed and they didn't really need that support, so he tried his hardest to call it off, but it was all too late by then. And that's quite... It's funny how there's parallels in history, and they say history repeats itself, don't they? You know, Diana was having a lot of doubts before her and Charles got married. And didn't her sisters famously say to her, sorry, but your face is on the tea towels now, you have to go through with it. And that's what Henry had to do. So she came over to London, and when she was, this is an interesting anecdote actually, I didn't know this, I found this out when I was reading about her. Apparently on her way to London, I'm assuming that they were in like a carriage, got stopped by a group of men, and one big burly man, they were masked men, and one of them leaned in to kiss her and she sort of pushed him away, and it turned out of course that it was Henry VIII. It was some sort of tradition that, you know, if your true love did that to you and you worked out that it was them and behind the mask, they were your true love. But obviously she didn't recognise him, she'd never met him before in her life, so that didn't bode well. Now I'm going to use golden light. Let's try a bit of a sparkle. I think she was born in 1515. She married Henry in 1540, so she was sort of like 24, 25. And he was 48. So he was double her age. So they went through with it, got married, and he may well have, I know that there's talk of when he was married to the wife that came after Anne of Cleves, the young one, Catherine Howard. There was speculation that he was unable to perform anymore, and that may well be what happened on the wedding night with Anne of Cleves, because they did try to get together on 4 consecutive nights, but nothing happened. So I'm assuming nothing happened. So he blamed her and said that it's because she was not attractive. But there's probably more to it than that, isn't there? She probably kept her head because of her connections and all that sort of stuff. And it would have kicked off a right storm in Europe, wouldn't it, if he'd have had her executed. Would have caused a war or something, wouldn't it? So 6 months they were married for, and due to it not being consummated, they had it annulled. But afterwards it was really weird. He thought of her as his sister, and he gave her a big house in Kent, and she was invited to occasions like Christmas at Hampton Court Palace and all that sort of stuff. Basically, she was thought of as his sister. Right, what should I do next? Peach Bloom. Guava Glow is the colour of it. Right, what do you do with this? Apparently it's meant to work with my body chemistry and all that sort of thing. I don't think there's a lot of chemistry going on in my body. Go back to the 1980s when we just used to have like a band of colour on their cheeks. But it does, things like that does make you wonder though, you know, what would have happened, what would history be like if they'd been able to consummate their marriage and she'd have given him another son and all that sort of stuff. History would be, who knows? Not sure if that's made a difference or not. Anyway, I'm reserving judgment straight off the bat. Next, I may as well finish the eyes off. Let's go for the mascara. It's funny when you look at any portraits of Tudor women, they're all sort of like with their hair pulled back off their face and very pale faces, maybe a little touch of flush. Do another coat of it. I'm not sure whether to do the do a quick sweep over the bottom lashes. I do think that may, I don't know how much it's being picked up on the camera. Yeah, I could probably have put a bit more on the bottom lashes, but I don't want to go too sort of spidery. Now it's time for sex lips. Let's see what it looks like out of the box. As you can see, it looks fairly clear. I'm expecting a bit of a tingle kickback with this. Well, nothing happening so far. I don't know, let me know what you think. Yeah, I've had other stuff. I think it's
One eternity later.
a Vive lip colour, and it really made my lips tingle. In fact, I'm feeling a bit of a tingle now. Yeah, it's kicking in a bit now. Mainly on the bottom lip. And last little bit about Anna Cleves. She outlived all of Henry's wives and Henry himself. I think she died at age 41. So she didn't have a long life, but she outlived Henry and his other wives. Final wife was Catherine Parr, so she outlived her as well. So there you go. And that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about the makeup and this palette. Do you think that all of this little lot is worth the £53? Don't forget to do your business with this. And then when you've done that, I'd love it if you would subscribe. It really helps out a small channel like mine. My subscriber, I'm not going to moan, it is what it is. Subscriber numbers go up and down on everybody's channel, and I think you notice it more when you're a small channel, so any support is greatly appreciated. So until next time, I will say goodbye and hope to see you soon. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos.